Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. This week's episode of Hobby Talk, there was a couple subjects I wanted to talk about, but really there's only one subject that we can really talk about this week, and that is the big Tops Fanatics big conference they had, the big, all the announcements they made. Talking about their plans for 2023, and a lot of really interesting things that came out in that conference. I want to talk about them here, and I wanted you guys to share what you guys thought in the comments. So firstly, one of the biggest things I think is that Fanatics, and this is a really good one, Fanatics is wanting to get away from using redemptions. Thank goodness. I am not a fan of redemptions. They're kind of exciting when you get them in your pack, because you're like, ooh, this could be a, really hard to get auto. They weren't able to get them to sign on time. But I'm glad that they are trying to get rid of them because they're really a bad deal, especially if you keep a product sealed up for more than a couple years. The fact that they won't redeem after they have expiration dates, I should say, I think is ridiculous. And it just the product becomes ruined after those redemptions expire. So I like keeping some things sealed to open them up in later time, and that's probably going to burn me on some Star Wars stuff, because some of the Star Wars products do have redemptions in them, but I want to save those boxes for later down the road. And I could be risking getting nothing out of those redemptions, which really sucks. Redemptions are terrible. I hate them. And if you're wondering what redemptions are, I've done videos on them. They're a card, like a little placeholder card that they'll put in the pack for one of your hits, because they didn't have the cards ready for when the product got released. And they have an expiration date on it, so as long as you get it sent into them or logged into your account before it expires, once they get the cards made, they will send them to you. And what's really crappy about redemptions is I've had redemptions out with Tops since 2017. I have redemptions out, 2 of them in fact, and they've never redeemed them. I've asked for replacements, they haven't given them to me. So they're basically, this is 2023, 6 years of nothing for cards I got the redemptions for, put them in on time. It didn't seem like they're ever going to get fulfilled, so I asked for substitute like you're supposed to, and still haven't got anything. So redemptions, I'll be very glad to see them go bye-bye. So that wasn't one thing that I really hope they follow through with that and completely get rid of redemptions. I know it's nice to have a chance to get some better autos, I think, in a product, but if they don't have them in time to put out the product, either delay the product or just don't have them in there. Redemptions, especially when you put expiration dates. If you didn't put expiration dates on them, I still wouldn't like them, but at least, you feel like you didn't just get ripped off of a hit. But it's really sad when they put the expiration date on it, and like you could be opening a box from 3 years ago, be real excited, and then, oh, my auto is a redemption and it's already expired, I get nothing. So I will give it to Fanatics for saying that they are not going to do, or they're going to try to phase out of doing redemptions. Awesome. Another thing that was interesting was the fact, this is some Star Wars conference news. Mark Hamill is back as a signer, and also Oscar Isaac. So there's going to be some really cool products that should be coming out now that Mark Hamill is back signing and Oscar Isaac is signing as Poe Dameron. Those are that's huge. I mean, Mark Hamill, one of the big three all time Star Wars, probably most people's number one wanted autograph out of the Star Wars thing. I actually have bought in some older boxes, hobby boxes that I'm saving for the opening series for future years that do have a chance of having Mark Hamill, but they're all from like before 2018. So it's been a long time, and I didn't think Mark Hamill was ever going to sign with Star Wars or with Topps or anybody with Star Wars, because some of the comments that he had made definitely sound like he was out on signing autographs. So really awesome that he's back to sign. And can you imagine, they can really do a really cool triple autos and stuff with Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and if they still have some Carrie Fisher stickers around, which it seems like they do, because you can still pull Carrie Fisher autos every now and then. Even though she's passed away, they must have had some extra stickers in the vaults. So that would be a great triple auto of Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. That would be a really awesome card to have. So that was great news. Some little bit of a interesting, now that Fanatics, of course, and Topps are the only baseball game in town for Major League Baseball. They are the only ones that can put Major League logos and stuff on the cards, and the only ones that now can even put player images on the cards. There's not going to be a Panini Prism Major League Baseball. There's not going to be Panini Select Major League Baseball. It's all Topps in 2023 going forward, as long as Fanatics keeps that license. So one interesting thing, one of the first things they've done is starting to cut back on the products. And they gave the axe to several. Like Clearly Authentic, no more. Topps Gallery, no more. Topps Fire, axed. I heard rumors that they were getting rid of Gypsy Queen, but I have yet to see proof of that. I would be pretty surprised if they got rid of Gypsy Queen, because it is a early season product that seems to have quite a bit of following. But I did hear rumors that they're axing that one. Gold Label has been axed. Some of the, like I had never even opened any of this, but Bowman Chrome X, that one has been discontinued. And I'm sure they're going to, streamline the products and make them, make the ones they make better. Less is more type of deal, which I'm totally okay with. If they do get rid of Gypsy Queen, I'll be a little bit sad about that, but not really that much. Topps Heritage, Topps Allen Ginter, Topps Chrome, the flagship. Those are the ones I really more gravitate towards. So that was some news. Another big news item was that there's like some special sets that are going to have frozen fractors, which this is really strange. Like in most products that have a chrome finish, there's the super fractor. That's the one of one. That's the one everybody's chasing, is the super fractor. So some certain products are going to have frozen fractors. They're like numbered 0 of 0, -1 of 0. Just really strange. And I think they did, it wasn't Topps necessarily, but it was Fanatics with the Zero Cool. I think they did something like that with the oh man, what was that show? My brain's freezing now. With the Jackass, with those cards, they have some cards that are 0 of 0. So they have tried this before, and I think they were like a dark colored cracked, like a black cracked ice look to them. But apparently they're going to bring that to certain products. Hopefully just one product, because it would really kind of get bad if they start adding a bunch of parallels, and they should keep the one of one a super fractor. That's it's got a lot of history. So another thing they said, oh, this one is really exciting. They're going to do the biggest ever product announcement in the history of card collecting. Who knows what that's going to be? I think, and I have heard another person mention this. What do you guys think it is? I think the best guess I've heard is that they may have bought out the Panini rights to NFL and NBA, and that they are going to do Topps Chrome Major League or NBA basketball cards. But it says a 2023 announcement, so it would have to be something that they bought out from Panini, because Panini can still make major or national NFL football cards and NBA basketball cards with logos and players and all that. But if Fanatics can somehow pry those licenses away from Panini, then that would be pretty huge. That would be the type of announcement you could say is the biggest product announcement in the history of card collecting. Is that Topps will now be able to make NFL cards again and NBA basketball cards again. That was the best guess that I've heard. What do you guys think? What is this big, huge announcement? Can't forget this one. How about this? They're going to be doing a Bowman first in Bowman Draft 2023 of Tom Brady, because he got drafted originally by the Montreal Expos, and they're going to put out Tom Brady autographs and Tom Brady Bowman first cards with him in the Expos uniform, and they'll have Bowman first on them. Be really cool. A very interesting chase. I've already heard all kinds of buzz about this. People outside of baseball card collecting are getting excited about this. I mean, I'm excited about it. I probably will definitely buy some Bowman Draft this year, with the hopes that I have a chance to pull one of those. That'd be so cool. It is a little bit hokey, but, really cool. They've done it before with, like, Russell Wilson. I know had Bowman Chrome cards before, but that's Russell Wilson. This is Tom Brady, And you got to think about it. They could do that with Kyler Murray. They could do that with Patrick Mahomes. Those players were also drafted by major league teams. How awesome would it be to have a Patrick Mahomes Bowman first baseball card? Yes, sign me up. So those are some really interesting headlines. Also, they're going to be doing retro Bowman first, like players that never had a Bowman first, like Babe Ruth and stuff like that. They're going to be, I don't know if it's just randomly in Bowman products or some special set, but that it says that it'll be their first and only Bowman baseball card. So that one sounds interesting also. Anything to drum up interest. And there's so much in this week's Hobby Talk with so many major announcements. Like, you can go months without having any announcements as big as what we've had this week. Another really cool one is, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I didn't bring any notes over here. There was another big announcement, and I dropped it out of my brain. Sorry about that. But there was another one that was really interesting. It wasn't as big as those other ones. But I'm very excited for 2023. I'm not going to buy as much stuff, though, this year, just because, I was kind of on the chase for Julio's and Bobby Witt's in 2022, so I bought a few more baseball products than normal. So 2023, there are some good rookies, but not as huge as those guys yet. But you never know. Season might start, and some rookies are going to be popping up and becoming the next big thing. So who knows? But I definitely will be buying top stuff in this next year for sure. All right. So thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Put down in the comments what was your favorite things from the announcement, and what is the announcement I'm forgetting, for crying out loud. Man, I'm trying to vamp, trying to think of what it was. Ridiculous. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.